It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I'm super excited to get round to reviewing this beer. I picked it up in Marks and Spencer's, and it's a beer in a 500ml bottle with 9 hops. 9 hops. That is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the other reason why I'm excited is because it's brewed by Westerham Brewery in Westerham in Kent. Now, a Kent Pale Ale, I would have probably immediately presumed, and I think I did presume when I picked the bottle up from Marks and Spencer's and didn't read that little bit of small print there, I would have presumed this would have been from Shepherd Neame or, you know, one of the larger breweries down in Kent there. But Westerham Brewery, I've been reviewing beer on YouTube for 12 or 13 years. I've never heard of them. Never heard of them. So that's super exciting. This is 4% ABV. It's in a 500ml bottle, dark brown bottle with a silver bottle cap, and it cost me in the region of £1.80. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. It would be really cool if they mentioned the hops on the back of the bottle. Oh, they do. Now, this glass probably won't hold 500ml of beer. Pardon me. But we'll do our best to pour it and kind of develop a pretty decent head on it. It's got a 1 finger white head, good levels of carbonation. It's an amber coloured ale, exactly what I was expecting this beer to look like. That looks good. Look at it, carbonation's nice and equal, nice and hazy. Been out my fridge, you might see the condensation on the glass. It's been out of my fridge about 15-20 minutes, so it's had a bit of a chance to warm up, be able to experience those kind of better hops, or the 9 hops that are in the beer. Let's get the aroma then. Yeah, straight away, it's kind of... What I love about British hops is they're somewhat earthy, but spicy and peppery, and there's a familiarity about them. A real familiarity. If you've drunk real ales and beers for a number of years, you'll kind of get that very kind of familiar, very British hop aroma. Instead of being kind of grapefruity and lemony and orange peel, fleshy blood orange, it almost wants to be, but we don't have the climate here in the UK to produce like really massively kind of juicy hoppy beers. The hops that grow in the UK are more kind of, they're a little bit more subdued. They're a little bit more kind of earthy, peppery, spicy, stinging nettle-like. A little bit of sweetness from the malt, but it smells fantastic. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, it's oh, that's very traditional. Very, very traditional. If you have all that bitterness, hold on a minute, that bitterness from the 9 hops right on the back end is like poof, it kind of, it almost comes from nowhere and kind of smacks you, gives you a little rabbit punch on the back of the head type of thing. It's a real hot kind of punch, yeah, hot punch on the back of the head. That's exactly what it is. I'm going to be fair though. I'm going to be fair. It is citrusy. It is spicy. It is peppery. It is a little bit of orange peel. Like you said, it almost wants to be. It almost kind of wants to be a California hop type of thing. You know, like a San Diego hop. It really does. But it's just we don't have that climate. We don't have the heat of Australia, San Diego, America, you know, New Zealand. We just don't have that heat. We don't have that kind of climate to produce the juicy hops that are in the New World beers. And again, this will be a very different beer from the New England IPAs and the hoppy IPA, the double IPAs that you might kind of know and love from drinking a lot of American beer. But I challenge you to pop into Marks and Spencer's and buy a bottle of this and don't think of it as an American IPA or an Australian IPA or a New Zealand IPA, because it will probably upset you if you do. You need to go into this with a blank canvas in your head and think this is a completely different IPA than the stuff I've been drinking over the last few years. This is much more of a traditional British IPA. It's good. It's good in its own right. Now I've just poured the last of the beer out into the glass. It's not bottle conditioned. There's no sediment in the bottom of the glass there. Bottle conditioned beers are beers that there's a little bit of yeast in the bottom of each bottle. If there's any residual sugars left in the bottle, that gets mopped up by the yeast and it causes a little bit more carbonation in the bottle, and it just cleans the beer up. But that's a process called conditioning. You can do it in the bottle, you can do it in the fermenter. Most breweries do it in a fermenter, but you can do it in more beer company in Bristol. They actually do can conditioning, which I think is blooming brilliant, because you've got to get that right. I suppose you got to get a glass bottle right as well, haven't you, if you're going to do any kind of bottle conditioning. But yeah, it's decent beer. It's a little sweet. It's a little dry. It goes back to being a little sweet. The malts are nice and crisp. The hops are the hops. It's big kind of stinging nettle flavours coming through. It really is. It's peppery, spicy, bitter, stinging nettle. So, a huge charge of hoppy, citrus, lemony aromas balanced by a malty, smooth finish. I want to read you the hops. This Kent Pale Ale has 9 different types of Kent bred and grown hops. Target, Goldings, Pilgrim, Sovereign, Progress, First Gold, WGV, whatever that is, Bramling Cross, and Finchcock's Spirit of Kent. Brilliant. I've only ever been to Kent once. I went to Shepherd Neame Brewery and I had a wonderful time. I had a real wonderful time down at Shepherd Neame. I've never heard of Westerham Brewery. As soon as I finish this video, I'm going to go and have a look at their website, and then I'm going to go and have a look at Wikipedia and just have a look at what this brewery is all about. But it's nice to see Marks and Spencer's working with different brewers around the UK to produce their beer. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. I will be buying this beer again. We do our Christmas shop in Marks and Spencer. We, as a family, go and buy our meat and our veg. It's our yearly treat to go and shop in Marks. I'm normally a little guy. But we go to Marks and Spencer. So what I'll do, when I go to Marks and Spencer's now for our Christmas meats, I will pop down the beer aisle and I'm going to get myself 4 bottles of this. for Christmas Day, and I'm going to enjoy this on Christmas Day in a few months' time. Rating for 9 hop Kent Pale Ale. Looks good, smells good, tastes fantastic. I like it, I really do. It's very British, it's very traditional. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.